See, bacteria to grow, you have to be core. Like if you go to a meeting and less than half of the people came and then the rest did not show up, you're not quorum, you cannot have the meeting. Okay, the bacteria is the same thing. They talk to each other. Are we populated enough to form big colony on biofilms? Yes. Then they grow very quickly and form. And they use a chemical, most of the small chemical like homoserine lactone, if it exceeded the threshold, then that's a signal to go ahead and grow. So what we did is we actually fooled the bacteria. Give it a chemical that behaves like a quorum, so the bacteria is not ready, but it found the signal, and it starts to grow, and once it starts to grow, the condition is not good, they die. So it's a way to control, and we did that actually by doing something called comparative molecular field analysis, looking at the structure and everything. And then the same thing on another chemical that act on fungi. So we look at bacteria and fungi. So we were able to anticipate what do you need to have in the chemical structure to make it more potent. And this is also some work to show you, where the chemical actually distributes positive. You see the red is positive, the blue is negative, and how different chemicals have a different distribution of because the toxicity of the chemical related to the shape and the distribution of a charge. This is some work in here. Now, recently, we have been working on human serum albumin as a carrier for basket or glucan. And we found out that some chemical, like this albumin is made of 3 domains, and each domain has subdomains, and the chemical can actually bind to certain areas. So we know how it binds. If we know how it binds, we can actually make it stronger or weaker by changing the structure. So this is again where some of these chemicals bind to human serum. So we know exactly where it binds to from this is from just the computer work, molecular model. And we combine this with the lab work where we actually look at how spectroscopy changes when you mix albumin with the chemical, and you can see the change. Or we can do fluorescence, or we can do CD, which is the circular dichromes. We're looking at the changing of the optical activity with wavelength changes. So a lot of techniques that you can do to do that. Now, the last thing we want to talk about, we found all of this. Now, how are you going to deal with counteracting the effect? Okay, you know how thing is bad. Okay, I know the fact, this thing is bad. How do I eliminate that or minimize its bad effect? And this is the counteracting effect. I'm going to do it very quickly. How much time I have? 5 minutes?